Hello, everybody. Zonacality here. So today, well, actually, 2 days ago, I watched the Fnaf movie, and you know what? I gotta say, it actually genuinely surprised me. Like, besides its PG-13 rating, it was actually pretty good. It did actually show some blood and a bit of gore. I especially like the scene where Mike finds all the bodies. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet. But Mike goes into like this parts and service or garage area where he sees uh, people who were paid to break in by his aunt. Well, that were paid to break in to the restaurant by his aunt. And they are bloodied, they are battered, and hell, in one scene you even see Freddy bite off half of a woman who tried to break in, which I gotta say for a PG-13 game, even though well, not game but movie, where the killing was a shadow, it actually worked. It actually worked because we got to see like the other half of the body, because we saw the legs fall, but we didn't know what like the torso and head went, and it was stuffed into a Freddy suit, and I gotta say that was amazing. The gore for a PG-13 movie, I would have to give it you know what? I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. I wish the movie wasn't PG-13 though, but you know what? That that's that's just something I'm just gonna have to accept, because majority of the fan base is kids, and well, I can see why. In fact, I was a kid when FNAF first came out, probably like many of you who will watch this video today. But what I want to get in is well, besides the gore and stuff, I want to actually review this movie, because the thing is, when it comes to me reviewing stuff, I'm not a good reviewer, but with this movie I just felt some type of way. Like, I loved all the different references to like different games and books and characters, like for example Vanessa, who in the games is William Afton's successor, but in the movie, she is William Afton's daughter. And instead of Elizabeth being her daughter and Michael being his son, and the little kid, also who was kidnapped by William in the dream scenes, is isn't William's children. They aren't William's children. They are in fact someone else's children. Which for me, it just for me it says that this movie obviously takes place in a completely different timeline, completely different universe even, because a whole bunch of facts are changed. So could it be that we get to see another movie? Probably. I watched the movie with my friend on the 28th, and after the movie was over, he did say that he saw some stuff about a second movie coming out, and I was like, dang, already? Um, the movie just came out like a day ago. But uh, but I guess I can see why. There's a whole bunch of hype around the movie, and I will say it did not fail to disappoint me. It disappointed the critics, but the critics, they don't represent the majority fan base. So I would just say, just like the coffin of Andy and Lele, go play the game and make your own opinion about it. But that's a topic for another time. So, references. There was a lot of references. Uh, Vanessa. See if I can remember all of them. Uh, well, I would say the kids, but sort of. One thing did I did see changed was the fact that the kids were all like under William's control because of a drawing. The kids thought that William was sort of like the savior, I guess, sort of like someone who could do no wrong because of a drawing that eventually, when Abby, Michael's sister, tore down the drawing and replaced it with the thing that actually happened, William murdering them, they eventually turned on him. and I can actually see that um, that was a nice little, reference to FNAF 3, where all the spirits or robots gathered around William, and even though it was one spirit that cornered him and the other spirits just sectioned him off in the game, all the animatronics actually corner him, which was pretty nice. And then for the PG-13, the Springtrap scene, uh, which is actually my favorite scene, I would say, well, actually, no, it's my second favorite scene. My favorite scene is where the girl gets her half bitten off by Freddy. Uh, but for the gore on the Springtrap scene, although it's not as bloody as all old animation seemed it to be, and and it didn't even have as much blood as the game made it have in FNAF 3, with all the blood spilling on the ground. No, it didn't actually have that. It was pretty much toned down. I wish it wasn't toned down so much, but hey, you know what, we got to deal with what we got to deal with. Um, but for me, that was good enough. That was good enough. I like the scene. I like the scene very much. Uh, and for Michael, Abby, and I guess the main cast of characters is sort of like, I felt like they done their role pretty well. Even the kids, the dead kids. When it comes to child voice acting, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so much. But for me, I feel like that these kids did their acting to the best of their ability. They did have a lot of pressure on them because of this movie, but the fact that they were able to deliver their lines so well, and even Foxy, who was pretty much like the main dude of the group, uh, because well, basically he told Michael everything in his dreams. So, sneeze. Oh god. Uh, but the main dude in the group, I'm guessing, is Foxy, well, the main spirit. Uh, and I will say he delivered his lines fantastically. I'm no actor, but or even voice actor, but I can tell when someone does the lines very well, like they actually cared about the lines, because for the spirits, it's like they don't they don't really care per se, so there wasn't really a need to put much emotion behind it. But when it did come to putting in emotion, like the second dream, well, Michael actually touched one of the kids. The scream and the effects, that was pretty good. Now it didn't scare me. I would say this, the jump scares in the movie, pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. Like even in the games, the jump scares, there wasn't all that, except for maybe FNAF 2, FNAF 4, and what's it called? FNAF 6, I think. Yeah, yeah, FNAF. No. Well, the one game that you burn all the animatronics down. That game, you make your own pizzeria and stuff. Pizzeria simulator or something like that. I don't know, but besides those games, the jump scares never really got me in the games. Even in the first game, uh, didn't really get me all that much. Now the second game, I'm absolutely terrified of getting jump scares, because I'm gonna be honest, I just focus more on the vents. But besides that, the jump scares in the movie, they could have been better. Like the first jump scare scene with Foxy and the security guard, it was okay, pretty underwhelming. Like uh all we got was just Foxy just rushing up towards the camera, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to be scary, but more just like a got you. So maybe an initial scare, but overall not supposed to be scary, which I could see. Uh, I just do kind of wish they did make it more scary, put it into more of the horror aspect. Even though the movie, where I watched it on Peacock, was in the horror genre, I just could have wished, if they didn't have the PG-13 rating, they could have went more into the scariness of the game. because when it comes to atmosphere in the games, you can obviously see that the atmosphere is it's scary. The music is scary. The ambience is supposed to be scary. It is a scary game after all. I'm not wrong, am I? But enough about the scales and stuff. I just hope if they do make a next movie, then they do like put more on the scales, and especially the gore. Because I would actually like to see that. No, I know FNAF isn't supposed to be all that bloody, but even like a little bit more blood than what was fully shown in the movie would have been nice. Like, cause come on, how can William Afton's springlock scene in FNAF 3 in the minigame, a pixelated minigame, have more blood spattered than the entire movie combined? Now that's just ridiculous. But hopefully they do expand more on it soon. Well, not soon, but next movie. And that's really all I gotta say about that topic. Now cast characters. Uh, well, I'm not really gonna talk about the main characters because I feel like that they did their job pretty well. The dude who voiced Mike, I think not voiced but acted Mike. I think he did his job very well. The girl who was his sister, I think she did very well. Vanessa, I think her actor did very well. I even think Williams' actor did pretty well. Pretty much, I think Williams' actor was able to show a manipulative yet brilliant man who was able to do what he did because of his intelligence. I feel like William was, I wouldn't say spot on, but a good enough character. Like I get tired of seeing William portrayed as just a mindless murderer with just no sense of reasoning, when I'm sure he does have that even in the games. Even if he loses his mind completely, I'm pretty sure he isn't just a reckless murderer who just does it for the thrill of it. But special characters, aka special guests, we got Matt Pat as one of the Raiders. We got Corey Kenshin. Oh, you do not know how much I was so excited to see that scene. I saw it in the trailer. I was excited. I don't know what Corey is doing now, but I just so wish that he does more like special roles. Yes, special roles in acting and stuff, even voice acting. Like I really wish that he would put more of his time into that aspect, because I feel like he could actually be a good actor or voice actor. But of course, it's his life, it's his time. I don't have control over that, and I wouldn't change it any other way. I really enjoyed his cameo, and Matt Pat's too. I like the line where he said it's just a theory to one of the characters. I bet that was an improvised line by him. So that was pretty cool. And then we were supposed to have Matt Pat in the movie as Markiplier in the movie. Yeah, we were supposed to have Markiplier in the movie. It's been a minute since I heard of it. He was either supposed to be a main role or a special role. I wouldn't be surprised if he had the main role, because he was initially the one who exploded the game. Even though people made content on the game before him, he was really the one who exploded the game's popularity. So if he was like the main character or something, or well, actually no, not the main character, but more like a side character that we would see every now and again, even the security guard, or or like a special guest phone guy or something. I don't know, but I do I I just wish that he was casted. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I wish that he was casted into the movie. But what I want to say is that's basically the gist of the FNAF movie for me. Uh, I like the references. I like the character casting. And even though for its PG-13 rating, I do like the small amount of blood and the one gore scene, uh, while the characters are shown dead, even where one dude's face was ripped off. I'm pretty sure by Bonnie when he got trapped in the closet or something. I can't remember, but what I will say this is for me, the FNAF movie was fantastic. Magnifique. I actually don't know if that means like, you know, majestic or something in Italian, but yeah, either yeah, yeah, Italian. Uh, it's been a long time since I, did my language studies. I only tried to learn German just to stop, but story for another time. Story for another time. But yep, that's basically this FNAF movie review. Well, not review, but basically gist of it. It's kind of like Critical's Moist Meter, except for being like 5 minutes. It's 16, or probably 20 minutes. I don't know, but my final thoughts is for its rating. I would obviously give it I'll give it a good 9.2 out of 10. It could have been better. The jump scares could have been good. Could have been better. There could have been a little more blood in it, but overall, I think that it sufficed. And the plot, it was alright. It was alright. And how they wanted to make Abby like them, the animatronics. I would say that's alright for now. And that weird Freddy head machine slicer thing, I didn't really know what that was for. But I just know that the first dude in the initial first scene, yeah, he got his head ripped off. That's all I can say. Oh, maybe that was the security dude's fate. Oh, if that was the case, then, oh yeah, that one scene. Oh, well, guess we'll never know. Anyway, overall rating 9.2, maybe 3 out of 10. Love the movie. Hope there's a second one. Hope that we get reoccurring characters again, because the movie was, for me, fantastic. Thank you, Scott, for making my childhood and many other people's childhoods, and I will see you in the next 14 months, because I never upload. Alright, look. Let me just tell you a secret right now, okay? Let me tell you a secret. I've been wanting to upload a defense on the game called The Coffin of Andy and Lele, because even though the game does have a questionable ending, that does not mean that the game revolves around that ending. But the thing is, I haven't played the game. I've only watched playthroughs of the game, which I don't mind. I'm not really planning on spending like $10 on a RPG Maker game, but I would want to come to its defense. But I don't think I'm cut out for that. I'm not ready to face the Twitter mob. My channel's not big enough to get recognized like that. So I'm pretty sure me making a video wouldn't do much. But enough about that. Maybe I'll make it in the near future or so. But hey, so thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. Comment down what video you want me to make next. I thought about finishing Call of Duty World at War. Haven't gotten around to it. Thought about streaming. Also haven't got around to it. I've been meaning to get my computer upgraded, but I just haven't had the time to meet up with the people I need to, or with the person I need to, rather say. But that's basically it. I'll catch you guys next time, and that's all I gotta say. Sony out. Thank you, Scott, for making my childhood.